Have you ever wished for something so badly, only to realize, years later, that getting it was the worst thing that could have happened to you? This is the paradox of luck. What if the very thing you believe is your blessing turns out to be your curse? What if fortune isn't fortune at all, but fate disguised as destruction? This is the story of the Nova effect, a story that reveals why what looks like good luck can actually ruin your life, and why sometimes the worst thing that can happen to you is getting exactly what you think you want. Stay with me until the end, because this story might change the way you look at every stroke of luck, every tragedy, every twist of fate that has ever shaped your life. Once upon a time, there was a man named Nova. Nova lived a quiet, simple life. Nothing extraordinary, nothing dramatic. Until one day, he stumbled upon what looked like a miracle. It was an opportunity, the kind of chance people pray for, the kind of luck you think only happens to someone else. Nova took it, and overnight, his life changed. He became successful. He became wealthy. He became admired. People looked at him and said, "He's so lucky." They envied him. They wished they had what he had. But what they didn't see was the shadow. Because with every gain came a cost. With every new door that opened, something else closed. With every step up the mountain of fortune, the ground beneath him began to crack. His relationships grew shallow. His joy turned into pressure. And the success that once felt like a blessing began to suffocate him. This is the Nova effect, the idea that what looks like good luck in the moment may turn out to be your greatest tragedy. We love to glorify luck, the lottery winner, the overnight success, the person who got the big break, the sudden promotion, the unexpected windfall. But here's the truth. Luck isn't always what it seems. Think of the lottery winner whose life collapses. Think of the actor who rises too fast, too young, only to burn out and vanish. Think of the athlete who reaches the peak, then loses everything to injury, addiction, or pressure. We call it good fortune, but for many, it's a hidden curse. Why? Because luck doesn't prepare you. It doesn't train you. It doesn't give you the wisdom to handle what you've been given. Luck is like being thrown into the deep end of the ocean without knowing how to swim. And many drown in the very waters they prayed for. This is not a new idea. The Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, warned us centuries ago. Seneca wrote, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say luck itself is good. He said luck only becomes useful when you're prepared to handle it. The Stoics believed that fortune is dangerous, that what we call blessings can turn into chains, and that what we call misfortune may actually save us. Think about it. How many times in your life did something go wrong, only to reveal itself as the best thing that could have happened? A breakup that forced you to grow. A rejection that pushed you towards something better. A failure that taught you resilience. This is the deeper message of the Nova effect. You don't know whether an event is good or bad until much later. Psychologists have studied this phenomenon. It's called the hedonic treadmill. When something good happens, winning money, getting a promotion, falling in love, you feel euphoric. But soon, your brain adapts. The happiness fades. The extraordinary becomes ordinary, and you start chasing the next hit of luck. Worse still, many who receive sudden fortunes spiral downward. Lottery winners often report higher rates of depression, addiction, and broken relationships. Why? Because luck magnifies who you already are. If you're insecure, luck deepens your insecurity. If you're unprepared, luck exposes your weakness. If you're greedy, luck feeds the fire until it burns you alive. Luck doesn't save you, it tests you. And most people fail that test. History is full of novas, people destroyed by their blessings. Consider Alexander the Great, conquering the known world by the age of 30, only to die young, broken, and unsatisfied. Or the countless child stars in Hollywood, raised into fame and fortune, only to crumble under the weight of it. Or the businessman who sells his company for millions, and then loses his purpose, his family, his will to live. On the surface, these are stories of victory, but in truth, they are tragedies disguised as blessings. Because here's the brutal reality. The things we envy in others may be the very things that destroy them. But if luck can be a curse, then maybe misfortune can be a blessing. The Stoics believed that life is less about what happens to you and more about how you use it. A loss can force you to find strength. A failure can teach you resilience. A tragedy can reveal who you really are. Sometimes, what looks like the worst day of your life is the day that sets you free. Remember this: every setback, every rejection, every failure is training. It's preparing you so that when opportunity finally arrives, you're not destroyed by it. You're ready for it. This is the antidote to the Nova effect. To stop worshiping luck and start embracing growth. So what's the lesson of the Nova effect? It's simple, yet life-changing. Never judge an event too quickly. What looks like good luck may one day reveal itself as your greatest downfall. And what looks like misfortune may turn out to be the foundation of your greatest triumph. Life is not about chasing fortune. It's about building the character to handle whatever fortune throws your way. So the next time life surprises you, whether with a gift or a tragedy, don't rush to label it. Wait, grow, learn. Because in the end, it's not luck that defines you. It's who you become when luck arrives. This is the lesson of Nova. This is the paradox of fortune. This is the truth about good luck.